Hi guys, welcome to Bath Fizz and Foam. My name is Robyn French Smith. It's Friday, which means it's time for Face-to-Face Friday. Today, I have a mold lined up that I tried to use a couple days ago, and I wasn't successful with it. So I'm going to give it another shot with a different bath bomb mix. So the mold that I have is the Cada Flamingo mold, which is really cute. So I hope that it works out. But if it doesn't, it's okay. I have as a backup a donut. Can't go wrong with the donut, right? Hey Holly. Holly says hi. So as a backup, I have the donut just in case the flamingo doesn't work out. And like I said, last time I tried it, I was not successful with it. There were a few reasons that I think there's a few things that were going on with it. It wasn't necessarily the mold. Number one, I was using the Bath Bomb Revolution recipe, which is a little bit of a drier mix. And I also I didn't have like my pan ready. So when I mixed I had my entire, I mixed my liquids with my powders like I'm about to do, added my color, I added my citric acid, and then I was like, oh, I don't have a pan ready. So I walked away and took way too long to get a pan ready, and then when I came back, the mix was already starting to kind of like dry. So I was able to get one, but then the rest of them didn't work, so I ended up crumbling that up. So that's just a word to the wise. Bath bombs are very time sensitive, and so you just gotta be on your game with it sometimes. So today I'm gonna give it a second shot, that mold a second shot, and I'm gonna be using the high humidity recipe, because number one, it's my favorite recipe, but number two, it also gives me tons of working time, and that's one of the things I like about this recipe. So yeah. Ness also says good morning. Hello, good morning. I think it's like 3 a.m. where you're at though, so that's a very early morning. I don't know, it's very early. So we're just gonna I'm gonna mix it by hand because it's such a small batch. I don't really like to mix it by hand just because I'm kind of lazy, but it's such a small batch I don't mind mixing it by hand. So we're gonna see how that works out for us today. I was tempted to paint bath bombs, but since last week I did the wrapping the bath bombs. That was last week, right? So since last week I did wrapping of the bath bombs, I decided that this week I should go ahead and make something. So I was tempted to paint because I'm working on my summer sets, and I have I have some really cute ones. I have the Cada sunglasses that I have molded, and I have a really cute paint theme for those. And then I'm going to use the champagne bottle mold for something a little bit different that I'm excited for. And then I have the Cada sharks. So I have a bunch of stuff that's ready that needs to be painted, but I like to give you quality content, you know what I'm saying? And what's more quality than a possible fail? I mean, isn't that exciting? It's like, oh, I might not be able to do this. It's riveting. So with these, I didn't measure how much red 27 I put in there, and I'm thinking that I probably oversaturated these. So I'm gonna have to give those a tub test before I sell them, because they look very pink. They look very pink. I'm gonna have to give those a little testy test before I send that out into the world, because I have a feeling that it's just a little bit too pink. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's see. Kelly says they would love to see a painting session. Well, okay. So maybe Monday in Bath Fizz and Foam, in that group, I could do a painting session in that group, because I do have a lot of painting I need to do. But there's also, you know, older lives that you can always watch the replays on those, but I know people like them live because then they can ask questions. Okay, so I've got all my powders with the exception of my citric acid, and I've mixed in all my liquids with the exception of my binder, and I've got my color thoroughly mixed in, which was Red 27 Lake. And now I'm going to add my citric acid. Okay, pardon me. Hold on. This bottle is like... Sorry. That's kombucha, not beer. Or something else. I don't know. Pee? I don't know. It's kombucha. I'm trying to kick my Coke habit. Or Pepsi habit. My soda habit. In Texas, all soda or pop is called Coke. So I'm trying to kick my Coke habit, and it has been 2 weeks since I have last had a Coke. I know, it's pretty impressive, but I do have to drink a lot of kombucha to make it okay. And I have a question I want to ask you guys. Okay, hear me out. If you're supposed to get 8 glasses of water every single day. Number one, water makes me more thirsty. Like when I start drinking a lot of water, I had 2 glasses of water already today, which is kind of a big deal. And it makes me so thirsty. So I think that that's a problem. I think water is probably not good for you. Number 2, does tea count? Like I can drink unsweetened black tea. I can drink unsweetened iced black tea. So does that count as water? I don't see why it shouldn't. Tell me yes. Amanda says, you're about to say that's not your normal water. I know. Such, like, I don't know. Okay, so that's my binder. This is water. I'm going to actually add 2 more sprays. What does my hygrometer say? It says it's 60%. It still feels a little bit dry to me, though. This is one of the reasons I don't prefer to... So I actually made this quarter batch, like measured out the recipe, used my little calculator. I was like, what is this number divided by 4? Even when I was like, what is 80 divided by 4? So, I don't... So anyway, so I divided the recipe by 4. It's a little bit less predictable that way. So I don't particularly think that that's like the best route most of the time, but I think it'll work today. Ness says add lemon juice to the water. I do like lemon. I do like lemon in my water. It's just like, it's not life-giving, you know? It doesn't inspire me or make me feel excited. It's just water. It was like a chore. And I like make faces the whole time. Like I pull a tantrum the entire time. Lena says that I do need more water. I don't like, that's not the answer I want. I don't like that answer. The other thing is, hear me out. If I don't drink water and I just drink soda, I can go all day without having to pee. That's kind of awesome. Now I know any of you who are in the medical field are shaking your heads at me right now and saying that that's not a good thing. But it's just like, why? It's such a hassle, especially sometimes I have to do long drives. If I can do an entire 8-hour trip without having to pee, how awesome is that, right? I know that there are some of you who are going to agree with me on this. And that's why I come to you for that support. Okay, so here's what I'm going to try. I'm gonna try to just mold it as is without adding any extra to the legs, because on the last time I used it, so normally with the mold like this, if it has a thin part like the legs, I would have added a little bit of extra mix and kind of like patted it in there to make sure that the legs don't break. But what I was finding was that as I was unmolding it, it was pulling down unevenly because the leg area was thicker and it was breaking it. So the couple of ones I was able to get out successfully were when I didn't pack the leg. So we're gonna give that a shot and see if that works. And then if that doesn't work, it's okay. I'll try it again. And then this time I will pack the leg. So this is the thing, you guys, like these 3D printed molds, like I understand that they are expensive. So when you get one and it doesn't work for you right away, I know that it can be like super frustrating because it's like, well, I paid a lot of money for this dang thing and it's not working for me. But you have to give it multiple shots. You have to realize that while sometimes there is a flaw in the mold, like I would argue that most of the time it's going to be something that you're doing wrong, where either it's like you're not unmolding correctly, you're not packing it in correctly, you're not using the best recipe for that mold. So yeah, I always give any mold at least 3 shots before I just say, before I put it on the shelf and tuck it away for another day, okay? And sometimes I've had ones where like I got the mold in the winter and it would not work for me and I got frustrated. And then on a whim, several months later in the spring, when the humidity had changed, I gave it a shot and it worked flawlessly. So, just like this one, where I used a different recipe today and was able to get that first one out beautifully. She looks perfect. She looks fantastic. And I changed my packing style on it so that I'm not packing the legs as tightly. And got that girl out. So we're going to give it another shot. Although I see her getting, oh my God. Okay, she's too wet. Shh, calm down, lady. Calm down. Shh, shh, shh. You can call me the bath bomb whisperer, okay? She's crack-a-lacking right now. I might have to remold that one. I might have sprayed too much binder. I might have been just overzealous with my binder. If it's not one thing, it's another. We're gonna still give it a shot though. And I'll remold her. I'll show you what I do if that happens. So if all of them do that, that means that the mix just needs to mix longer and dry out a little bit, which can totally happen. Or it might just be that one and she might have not been mixed long enough. All right, what are you guys saying? Oh, okay, Danielle agrees with me about the water thing. Like, I just don't want to drink it. It just has no flavor. It just tastes like water. It's like, what? Just water? Ooh, girl. You need to calm your tits, okay? She needs to calm down. Hold on. Now, look. If we do that, we just go in, we do like this, we break it up. It'll probably be fine. I might have to do it for that one too. But eventually the mix will stop doing that. It's not fun when that happens. But it's not like overreacting like a ton. And most likely, like I'm blaming my binder, but actually most of the time, this is why I usually don't do the high humidity batch just measured out just as a quarter batch, because it's the cocamidopropyl, am I saying that right? That's how I've always said it, but Cat B, that liquid surfactant that we add to it, there's such a small amount of it that's in the recipe that when you try to like cut it down to a really small size, it can sometimes, I mean, it's really easy to overweigh it, so I don't know. I'm just talking. Just talking. Hey, you know what? So today, oh, you guys talking. Oh, the Sonic Raspberry Lemon Water. I have a Sonic like almost across the street from me. I might try that. We have like 10 pounds of blueberries in our freezer. So I'm gonna make some blueberry kombucha, and then I have some pineapple sage. Oh my god. It smells amazing. It's giant. It's right out this window. So I was gonna make some pineapple sage kombucha. You know what I'm saying? It sounds really good. Anyway, what I was gonna say was okay, so I was talking to my therapist. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a speaker for this conference, and I was like talking to her about it, and she goes, what are you gonna wear? What are you gonna wear? Why would you ask me that? Why would you ask me that question? I was like, you're fired. And now I have new anxiety. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna wear this. What am I gonna wear? What am I gonna wear? Shoot. So I've been on the hunt for what I'm gonna wear, and I think I might have found it. So I'm slightly giddy, but also that's like a panic anxiety thing. Like at the same time where I'm like, I found a dress that maybe I'm gonna wear. So yeah, I'm gonna be a speaker at a conference. So if you're coming, bring your book. I'm gonna bring some books. If you have my book already, bring your book, because I am gonna bring some books. But like, to be really honest with you, I don't want to be stuck with like 100 copies of my own book. So I'm not bringing like a whole bunch of books. Amanda says that it's probably too low. Like, I'm probably not bringing enough. But I'm also like, yeah, but I don't want to get stuck with books. So bring a book if you want to get it signed. You don't have to, but you can. Okay, so this chica right here, she's fine. So that first one that was expanding, that happens. If that happens to you, now you know what you can do. You just pick her up, put her back in the mix, crumble her up, mix her in, and she's good. And like the tip of her toe broke right there. That's okay. Just tap it back into place, and she's good. How cute are these, right? Oh, the feminist in me wonders. Look. Look. I had a moment the other night where I was like, do they know? Do they know HSCG? Do you know? Are y'all watching this? Have you watched a live? Do you know what to expect? Do you know what I'm like? Like, I'm like wild sometimes. I won't be wild during my speech because I have it planned and prepared and all that stuff. But I also plan and prepare these lives, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is me planned and prepared. So I just had a moment where I was like, do they actually know what I'm like? Or like, I don't know. Don't tell them though. It's gonna be fun. What a fun surprise. Oh my gosh. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Also, guys, look. I mean, can I get an amen on these? So, I'm super excited about them. I didn't want to do like a huge batch. That's why I did a quarter batch, just in case it didn't work out, because I have a bunch of pink bath bombs right now, so I didn't want to get saddled with like a bunch of pink donuts just in case. But I'm gonna go ahead and say, as soon as this live is done, I'm gonna make another round of these because they're cute AF. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Hear me? Okay. Let's see what's going on. Oh, somebody says I can raffle a book. I could, like at the conference or like in real life. Here's the thing. I have not had to ship pretty much anything in a very long time. And it's hard to go back to that wanting to ship things. Like, I just don't want to ship. I just don't want to ship things. I just don't want to. Yeah. Okay, so these are pretty much done. I'm going to let them dry. They look fantastic. They are freaking flawless. Oh my God, legs for days. You guys, we don't have the specific date set yet. However, I will go ahead and tell you, I've been dropping hints, not so subtle hints, but I've been dropping hints about what's coming up next. And what's coming up next is whipped soap, whipped sugar scrubs, emulsified sugar scrubs, sexy unemulsified like spa oily sugar scrubs, whipped shaving cream. Ooh, that's all coming up. Are you excited about that? That'll be probably June or July. We haven't set a date yet, but we're for sure gonna do it. And I hope that you guys are getting excited about it because y'all been asking for it for a while. And so I've been experimenting and trying lots of different formulations so I could find the perfect, you know, mix and combination for you guys. And I think I have. So I hope that you're excited about that. So if you're not able to come to the big conference, hey, no big deal. Save your pennies because we're about to have Scrub Nation got to happen, you know, up in here. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. And make sure that you join our support group if you're not in our support group so you can see the Monday live where I will paint some bath bombs. Okay. As always, happy making.